Morning, coaches. We're back at ASAT again today. So this Saturday is our first core skill session for the 2018-19 season. Today our focus is all going to be on pass catch. So I've got Kobe with me. What we do at the beginning of every session is called our 50-50. So basically what we want to go over is our passing mechanics and get tons of reps in, just as if we were basketball players getting ready for practice. So what are we trying to eliminate? We're trying to eliminate arm swing in our passes. So what we always talk about is having our elbows at 90 degrees, attacking the ball, so that when our elbows are at 90 degrees, we can then go through our progressions of punching the ball. Punching the ball with a tricep extension. Okay, Kobe, so if you're facing that way, let's face Dalton. We're going through our punch pass. Show me what your rugby profile would look like. Excellent. Knees bent, elbows 90 degrees. Now you'll notice when Kobe's passing to me, the ball's square, centered, and very simply, he just looks, drops his wrists but not his arms, so he eliminates arm swing, and then pops through with palms up. And then I would reach for the ball. Hands finish where we want the ball to go. By keeping our elbows at 90 degrees, we eliminate dropping the ball and arm swing, because whenever we arm swing, where does the ball go, Kobe? Back shoulder. And then we lose that moving forward. Now the mechanics of the punch pass that we're doing now with palms finishing up are exactly the same as the spin pass. But instead of palm up, we finish with the backhand palm down. Again, hands always finishing where we want the ball to go. We're now going to go through our progressions. We do 25 on the left hand, punch pass, 25 right. Then we go to our stationary spin. Again, elbow 90 degrees, cock wrist, point, palm, finish where we go. And on this, we alternate each time, again going 25 and 25. What we're trying to engage is our forearm, cock the wrist, snap. The more revolutions on the ball, the harder you snap it, the longer your spin pass is going to be able to go. So again, we go punch pass, spin pass, then it's stationary passing, ball centered, snap, follow. Then we'd go the other way. Then we go to our pullbacks. So visualize this as your swap line. Left leg back, ball centered, look, pass. Hands out. And then we would switch going off the other hand. We go through our Sunny Bill progression, simulating running with the ball. Ball comes into our body tight, handing off. That offload's not there. Kobe calls for the ball, and I punch it out the back door. We always talk about punching the ball. We never swing. Everything's elbows 90, transition, punching, whatever we do. Let's see the group working through that. So again, punch, spin, wider spin, pullbacks, Sunny Bill. We do this every day, start of practice. We get about 250 reps in before we even start practice. Let's see what it looks like. Our spin passes will challenge us per level of experience and how good they are at it. So if you look, Sam and Kobe are now spreading apart farther and looking to pass farther. Okay, let's get a little wider apart, guys. Now here we have two of our scrum halves. They'll work on their distance a little farther apart. And then when we go to our spin pass progression, okay guys, show what you would do as working as nines. So Sam would be on the ground working on his 9 distribution. And Baggy. And then they would progress to passing directly off the floor, wider, farther apart. Farther apart, please, boys. So what we're simulating here is Kay's attacking in this direction, and this would be a pullback or swap line. So again, feet going forward, looking forward, scanning, then finds the receiver and pulling. Then they would switch, Kay would go over there, Luke would come up here, and now we go off the opposite hand. So again, why do we practice this pass? If it's needed in a game, it's not something that's just a fluky movement. We practice it every day because if we're attacking through a gap and that offload's not there, we want that option there. So again, we practice it every day. We get a minimum of 50 reps just in our warm-up. Then in our gameplay, I want them to work on it under pressure. And again, when you watch Super Rugby, or some of the best players in the world, we see this pass multiple times every game. Now we get into our dynamic pass catch progression. You'll see we're just gonna do a simple wave to start with. This grid is fairly narrow. Guys, why do I keep the grid narrow? What is it gonna force you to do, Sam? Gonna keep you under pressure. What else? What are you gonna have to do, Sam, to get the ball before the tackle line? Hold your run. So this forces them to hold their run. They're going to feel pressure for the distance, and you'll see we'll add defenders later on. But again, this is our core mechanics, getting us warmed up at the start of every practice. Here we go. Communication.
Okay, pull.
Let's get some flow. Let's get some flow. Good job. Okay, now from this, now we make the area go wider. Have your athletes make sure they're switching lines all the time, especially getting into the middle so they can work on their transition. Now we go wider, put ourselves under more pressure. Here we go. Okay, coaches, in our template for this Saturday, you're going to see an exercise called 4-man continuous. We're a little short today. We've got a few injuries and a few players not available, so we're just going to use 3 lines. But in this exercise, what we're working on is our hand speed and our running lines. So if you look here, I've got Sam with the ball. We have 3 stationary defenders up there. The support player for Sam is on his right-hand side. So Sam, what would be your progression if you were attacking Luke? Okay, fix your defender. Okay, excellent. So as Sam said, he's going to attack Luke, fix his outside shoulder, then he's going to listen, find the receiver, pass, and then run his blocker line. What do we mean by the blocker line, Sam? Could you walk through it? Fix his defender, passes. As he passes, his body follows his pass. Not only does it work as a blocker line to block the defender, but it gets him going on next task. Where is he in relation to the ball? How can he make a difference? What's his next task? So he supports his pass. As they make this pass, they immediately hustle back and get back in line. Right now we have the defenders stationary. Let's see what it looks like. How come, Luke? Yeah, did you swing your arms? Come on, work, run, let's go, run. Simple exercise, but with this small number, you can see very easily breakdown in mechanics. So whenever it goes on the back shoulder, guys, what did you do? Swung your arms. So if the ball was here, where did the ball go, Andrew, if you must have swung your arms? Dropped it, right? Because if you dropped your arms, that means now you're using your shoulders in your pass. We want to eliminate that. We want elbow wrists, right? Just like a basketball player, a volleyball player, we don't swing our arms. This is where all our dexterity is in our passing, okay? How hard do you have to work to get in your starting blocks in this exercise? Hard. Next task, right? So let's get through it and let's really work hard to get back in our starting blocks. Let's see it again.
Mitchell inside. Yeah, kill him, pull right. Wilson. Here, pull right. Ricardo got me inside. Pull.
So now you'll see the difference in that exercise to what we did prior to that, right? Our focus, our intensity, our work rate, our communication. Very narrow channel, puts them under a lot of pressure. What do you have to do so you don't get to that tackle line, Luke? Hold your run. Hold your run, come late with pace. Great exercise, but again, coach the heck out of it. We're now going to make it into a more dynamic situation and go 3v2 continuous. Let's see what that looks like.